Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our chanting sessions, Navratri 2020. Accessing the goddesses before we get into Navratri, which is starting tomorrow night here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So it's Thursday, October 15th, 2020. My name is Sutrita, for those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. It's always a pleasure to be of service and support and guiding everyone through these powerful chanting sessions where Dr. Ply will awaken the goddess within each and every one of us. So whether you're listening live or watching live, or you're going to observe the recording afterwards, depending on where you are in the world, you may not have the time, or you may be asleep, and you are going to be tapping into the energy of the goddess regardless. So we are going to continue on these chanting sessions until the 25th of October. So that's right through Navaratri, because it's a free service, and Dr. Ply wants us all to be doing something to connect with the goddess in a profound way. So we've been building and building and building the sounds that are the consciousness that it can be accessed through the sounds or the mantras, the keys that unlock the secrets of the goddesses. And this consciousness is showing up in our lives. People are sharing about their experiences during this chanting and meditation, during these chanting and meditation calls, and then also in their life thereafter. Miracles are happening. Money is coming out of nowhere. Healing is experienced. Energy is there. So that's what the goddess is. She's not just about praying and then hoping it all works out. We want her to do something in our lives that we haven't been able to do on our own or through our thinking mind, because that is the karmic mind. So we want to erase the karma, invite the goddess in, the goddess Durga, who removes dukkha, which is suffering of all kinds, mental suffering. So people have been sharing about how they feel sad or depressed or angry or fearful, or they lack motivation. They feel very lethargic, or they feel like, what's the point of all this? And it could be due to the change of seasons, and it could be due to COVID lockdown, where it's really getting to us. You know, when is this going to be over? When can we switch the channel? And that's how it will be, as it has in all these difficult times that we have been faced with over our lifetime. You know, money comes and goes, relationships come and go, your job comes and goes, your relationships with your friends, your social circle. It can be your health goes up and down. So everything comes and goes, or we gain and we lose. So with the goddess, we want to get on the gaining side. We want to profit from all our prayers, and we want to ask the goddess Durga to diffuse the suffering, diffuse the lower vibrating energies that come in thought forms or memories that haunt us. And we try to ratchet whatever has happened in our past. Even if it's our recent past, we kind of get stuck there, and we can't move forward with grace and ease and energy and motivation. And we can't move forward in our meditation as well. We have a disturbed mind. So that's what the goddess will do, is remove that dark, ignorant, kind of congested energy inside of us, and help to protect us with the sounds Om Dhum Durgaye Namaha, which is the key sounds for, or are the key sounds for accessing courage, strength, energy, power, and the will to keep going forward and to battle those dark forces of the body, mind, and soul. So then there's the goddess Lakshmi, Shrimbrazi, who wants to give us prosperity consciousness, abundance, joy, happiness, beautiful relationships. Anything that it represents happiness on the earth plane is the goddess Shrimbrazi. And she will root out scarcity consciousness, not having enough, not feeling like we're good enough, or we can qualify, or we don't have that desire even to move forward in our life and create a better reality. So she will wipe out victim consciousness or martyr consciousness, and so on, and keep us very balanced. And so we can go after our little piece of heaven on earth and manifest it with her grace and blessings. Then we have the goddess Saraswati, who is the goddess of wisdom, education, higher education, writing, art, music, dance. That's what she loves us to dive into, because it's the beauty of the body, the beauty of the mind, the beauty of the soul that goes beyond our thinking mind, beyond our karma. So she will help to take us on an adventure and help us to see that everything that's happening in our lives can be changed instantaneously. She's the creatrix, and she wants us to create a better reality. With our knowledge of who we are is limited at the level of the human thinking mind, and she wants us to get into the divine mind. So we will feel the blessings of the goddess Saraswati. So her sounds are Om Aim Saraswati Namaha, and for Lakshmi Shrim Razi, it's Om Shrim Razi Namaha. So we will get into a state of receptivity, and we will think about momentarily, just for 1 minute, not even a minute, maybe even 30 seconds, or even 10 seconds. Just think about an area of your life or a specific manifestation or prayer or intention that you want to set, and then let it go. So we've brought it to our awareness. This is what I want to work on today. Maybe it's you're just ratcheting negative thoughts and you just can't get out of it. You've had a conversation, or maybe several conversations with people throughout the day, and maybe even leading up from the weekend, and you just can't shake it. And we're going into another weekend, and we want to be able to be relaxed and enjoy whatever it is that we're going to do for the weekend and the week ahead, and so on. So we want to ask the goddess, hey, empower me to diffuse all that negative congested energy surrounding conversations, surrounding the whatever I've read in social media or participated in the conversation there, or on TV or on the internet. And I feel like I just got to step out of it and be cleansed. So you can ask the goddess for that, or you can ask her for something specific if you want to manifest a specific amount of money, or a house or a car, a relationship, whatever it is for you. Just keep asking. If we don't ask, then we will forget about it. We won't have a focus. So we're going to build these sounds inside of us and protect the outside of us. So we have this force field of protection. So it helps us to keep staying on track and keep our mind focused on what we want, not necessarily on what has been, and then all the conversation or the story that revolves and spins around that. And then it's such a distraction. It's not what we want, but we find ourselves in it. So she will just pull us out of that, and then activate that intelligence inside of us that goes after whatever it is that we want to manifest, and stay focused on that until it does manifest. So think about that, whatever it is that you want to do, write it down, or you can say it out loud. You can say it internally. You can share on the chat if you want. And that's what you're standing in there. That's your stake. You're claiming that. That's what I want today at this moment in time, because God only knows. We change our minds every moment. Do I want this? Don't I want this? I'm so confused. I don't know which way to go. Yes, maybe I should ask for this amount. No, I'm going to ask for this. So we will just go back and forth. So whatever it is that you want, imagine yourself being a kid, and you get to go to Toys R Us, and you get to get that toy, that favorite thing that you've wanted, and you know that you don't have the money to do it, but somebody's going to get it for you. So you just keep manifesting and manifesting and manifesting inside of yourself, and creating that energy like a kid. You can't wait to get it. And you will just cry, and you will scream, and you will stomp up and down, and you will do extra work, and you will be extra nice, and you will just say, all right, I'm ready. So we've got to cook up whatever it is that we want to create inside of ourselves and really energize it. And with the goddess energy, the power, the strength, the courage, the patience, persistence, perseverance is what the goddess does until it manifests. So let's get into a state of receptivity. For those of you who are new, and those of you who know, we're going to get into this state where we can call on the divine and feel her. So we don't want to just say a bunch of sounds, make our prayers, and hope it all works out. We want to feel her. We want to know that she has gotten into us, and the Kundalini energy, which is the goddess energy inside of us, has awakened in us to help to guide us to new states of consciousness, new ways of perceiving our lives, new ways of being aware of what is going on and not being afraid, and just see the fear, feel the fear, and move through it anyways with the goddess, with that cutting energy that will go right into the truth of who we are, and then expand that consciousness. So we're kind of like, we're letting go of anything that's no longer serving us. We're chopping it all up, or the goddess is chopping it all up, or diffusing it, or deleting it. I like the delete. Just hit the delete. And but if you're that kind of personality where it's natural for you to just like be in combat and you feel like, yeah, you did it, then go for that. Or you can think your way through it. However it is most natural for you, then you will just be doing that. And sometimes people who are really shy, they say, oh, I would never say that. And then all of a sudden the goddess gets into them and I'm going to hack up that negative energy. I'm so tired of that. And then they're surprising themselves. And then that's a good sign, because you know that it takes a tremendous amount of energy to bust through some level of who you are, and you're just sick and tired of it. You're not going to put up with being a victim to the circumstance, and the goddess will make you to feel that energy, and then you feel a relief as you push through, and you go, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? Because as Dr. Ply says, we have to energize ourselves. We have to get the courage, the strength, the power, that heat, that creative potential, that desire and joy and happiness. Yes, 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 let's do this. So let's get into it. I'm going to be moving the camera so you'll see an altar here that's set up to the goddess, starting with the flower petals as we listen to the chants by Dr. Ply in the audio that we have been doing. So first we'll get into a divine mind. So we'll go from human mind to divine mind. By focusing our attention internally, you can be focusing with your eyes closed, or you can be gazing at the goddesses, the different images here. We have the Lord Ganesha, we've got the goddess Durga, we've got the goddess Goddesses. So there's a lot of energy that can be experienced if you just merge with the goddesses. The goddesses will come into these objects, and then the energy will come out and hit your eyes and ears and nostrils and your tongue and your skin and all your chakras. So closing our eyes or keeping them open, we'll focus on calling on Ganesha to remove the obstacles for this divine experience to be part of our everyday life hereafter. Imagine a reddish orangish light pouring down your legs into your feet and toes. The reddish orangish light is like liquid. It even pours through the soles of your feet into the earth. And instantaneously you're connected with the core of the earth, Mother Earth, the Kundalini energy of the earth.